And we're back. Okay. There keeps to be pulsing light over here. Makes me think that we need to go over here and look for something, but I'm not going to dilly-dink about that right now. We have stuff to do. Heading back to Dorrajville. Quick saving it. We're going...
Time to get some rest,
I
isn't it?
know, buddy, you're tired. Oh, you know what I could give? No, I want the necklace. I'm the one that doesn't want to be tired. What am I saying? I was about to say, I can give him the necklace. that makes you immune to fatigue and such. That's not going to happen. We're here, 15th day. Could be worse. I mean, it's annoying that we're wasting time with this crap right now, but it's what it is. I'm sure the game does this on purpose so that you have no choice. Well, I have no choice. That you have to choose between, are you going to advance your kingdom or keep your artisans happy? Oh yeah, this was the crazy guy. Judging by his flared nostrils and furrowed brow, something has upset Jihad greatly. Your Grace, I have here one of your subjects. He goes by the name Remus. We caught him spreading false prophecies, sowing fear among your people. Remus, by the way, is that crazy old dude that we met the very first day out of Oleg's. The one that started talking about the fog and how solid and invisible and weird it was. The old man before you is clad in tattered rags. His gray hair and beard are filthy and matted, judging by the smell. He has not bathed in some time, perhaps years. Oh, joy of joys. And you have to fight the urge to cover your nose. Oblivious, the old man picks at his beard in silence as if trying to catch lice. Awesome. You're not certain he even knows where he is. God straightens, his face flushing. As if that wasn't enough, this Aristotle, forgive my words, prophet blasphemed against the deities, proclaiming we must bow to some false god. Oh, he's pissed. At the mention of God, the old man shudders and his eyes go wild, almost feverish. The goddess will rise from the forest, from the swamps. You've cut down her trees and drained her marshes, but she will take no more of this. Fall to your knees in repentance. She will grant you a swift death. Oh, that sounds joyous. Your Grace, you have to deal with this madman. I'm the only sane person in this city. This hideous, ugly city. Its stone buildings claw into the soil and thinks themselves safe. But the sky shall open, the earth shall tremble, and the city shall crumble beneath its pride. Eris will have mercy. Will you be silent, you fool? And another world shall swallow the ugly city and its careless dwellers, and only the rain shall weep for the emptiness left in their place. I would know more about your prophecy, Remus. Remus looks at you silently and nervously pulling at his beard. What is this other world you speak of, and what will happen to this city? A different world, fierce and wild, where mountains impale the sky, where rivers change direction, where the very trees talk to the stars. Remus swallows and stares ahead, and as though lost. The wild world will consume the city, shape it in its own image. It will be the end of all. How do you know about that? The goddess showed it to me in my visions. She whispered about a beautiful new world, told me she would heal nature's wounds, and I don't want it. He shakes his fist, threatening someone invisible. She must be stopped. Sacrifices. We must offer up sacrifices. Goats or cows or horses. That will be enough. It must be enough. Tell me about this goddess. I would know more about her. Her fury is like a river after a storm. Her voice, thunder in a summer sky. Her touch as cold and sharp as the sliver of ice. She is beautiful as a dream, Remus stutters, then blushes. It's been 40 years since I last longed for a woman, but her. Okay, buddy. Neutral good diplomacy. So an angry goddess will lay our city to waste because we drained her swamp. She must be a petty goddess indeed if she takes part in the affairs of mortals, even on such insignificant occasions. Perhaps you simply had a dream and it merely seemed real. Okay, so now we may not make this check. If we don't, I'll probably scum save, guys, just so we're clear. I should be more careful when we go to a town. We should make sure to save just outside of it in case crap like this happens. But on a charismatic character, a sorcerer, a paladin, a monk, a scale fist monk in particular, in Eldritch Scion, someone who has charisma as one of their main stats, chances are you've invested in diplomacy, and you probably should in this game, because you'll see checks higher than this, like 20s to 30s to 40s and higher. And when you can make them, ooh, the XP is so gorgeous. So let's hope for the best. Neutral good. Failure. Nope. Sorry. Piss off, whatever. I don't care. Go away. No. Get me out of here, man. Come on, let me do my scum saving. Damn you. Damn you all the heck. I'm probably all the way back here, too.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Anyway, we're fine. Before we go inside, I will quick save, so we don't have to mess with this again. Alright. Cancel. Now quick save.
A
Now
rest
enter.
would be welcome.
I know, kid. Nothing we can do about it. I could technically cheese this. I think. If we fail this time, I'll show you how. Well, I'll tell you how while we're doing this mess. Remember, this is a skill check. I don't have any buffs on me right now because we went right in from the world map. I could go in through the main town. Just before going inside here to the actual throne room, I could pop over like a heroism spell or something that buffs my charisma so that I have a chance to get a higher buff than the plus 11 you're seeing right now. So we're going to fly through this part. Yeah, tell me about it. Uh-huh, that's amazing. Alright, here we go. Remember, I have a plus 11. Fail. Alright, screw you. Nope, doing it again. Kill him. Kill him now. We're not doing that. Get over here. Alright, so let's actually go in through the front gate. Like I said, we'll try a, well, I'll see if I have a heroism, or what's the Eagle Splendor? Is the one that makes you pretty? If I have an Eagle Splendor potion or scroll that I can use, I'll use that. Make myself pretty. That's a +2 to my, or +4 to my charisma, so a +2 to my my persuasion checks. See if this actually does work like I think it should. Because if it does, this will be a way for you to scum some of these things. So come over to here. Look at your list of things. Based on type, it's just easier. So you're looking for Eagle Splendor. There it is. +4 to charisma. Now, if I use this, I can't use it with Jubilos. That's the bummer part. It's only for a minute per caster level, and its caster level is 10, so it's a 10-minute bump. This is cool. Let's see, do we have it in Eagle Splendor in any of these? Freedom, Fireball, I don't think so. No, Doom, nope, okay. So I could do that. I could also do Heroism. By the way, there's also potions of Heroism. Where is that? Right there. Again, Jubilos could do this. So it's kind of like, which one would you rather waste? I'd rather honestly waste the Eagle Splendor. As nice as it is to have a bonus to your charisma, there's not a whole lot of people on our team that benefit from it. So it doesn't make the most sense. So I'll drink that. I'll even pull out the kitty. Not that it does any good in the throne room, but I always like having him on. Is there anything about this that's... Oh, trickery, stealth, mobility. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like a bonus to like persuasion or something, because sometimes you'll find those necklaces too. Alright, time for you to drink this. Okay, so you see 10 minutes. Again, I'm up to 11. Again, I was at a -2. So my persuasion, instead of being 11, is a 13. So it should work. Hope for the best. If not, I'm not scum saving it here, because if it doesn't work, then I've just wasted a potion. Come on, buddy. Okay, 13 does work, and we failed it. Okay, know about your visions. Kill this bastard. All right, so we will scum save it at the door, drinking the potion. And since that works, by the way, I could double up if I really wanted just to make sure I have a better chance. 13 is pretty good. I need a 25 total, so 13 is pretty good. But if I wanted to be a 15, I could literally drink that potion and either a heroism potion or use the heroism scroll or wand and buff me that way. That'd be another +2. So instead of being a +13, it could be at a +15. It's not the worst idea ever. Then I only need a 10 or higher to pass, which means a 55% chance to make it. But if we're scum saving it at this point, I think the potion will be good enough. And it gives me a chance to use the potions that I normally would never use. And I'm never one to try to sell stuff if I'm thinking that, well, maybe I'll use it at some day. You know, they just stay in your pack forever, and it's just kind of a waste. So let's just do it this way. Use it. And by the way, the fact that it's such a high level potion, chances are that was a gift from Bakken. For those of you that are always whining about how Bakken sucks, stop it, because he's actually pretty awesome. his potions are almost always better than the potions that you can buy from the vendor. Even if it's the same potion. Like, he'll give you, like, oh, you got Shield of Faith. Really, dude? You gave me a Shield of Faith potion. It's like a 1 minute buff. No, he gives you like a level 10 version. So it's like a 10-minute buff, and it's like, it's a +3 or +40 your armor class. So, he does you solid. This part is more annoying than you know. But again, I really want this. There we go. Succeeded the choice. But Remus' gaze became clear for a moment. His shoulders slump and he looks even older now, more tired. Maybe you are right. I need to lie down. 240 XP, and that's the reason I did that. Praise be, Aristotle. Is that a glimpse of reason? I thank you, your grace. You have turned this poor man towards the light. I'll find him a place to sleep and make sure he's fed and sent back where he came from once he wakes. I think we should expect no more trouble and no new prophecies. John smiles and bows, signaling the end of the conversation. You're welcome, buddy. I'm here to help. And that may be a positive thing here as far as quest-wise. Like, we solved the problem, maybe a +1 to economy or something. Who the hell knows? Let's find out.
Oh, time to get some
Yeah,
rest, isn't
+1
it?
to divine. All we had to do was meet him, though, so chances are that was going to be a given. But I'll take a bonus to divine. Moves in the right direction. People are tired, as you heard. But remember, we have these guys to decide who's going to do the 14-day jump. But we also wanted to go talk to the storyteller for Shania, right? Where is that? 1001 stories. Okay, so now here's the thing. I can talk to him and will do so. Ah, your grace, my stories are calling for you. Have you come to answer the call? Hold on a second. Let's actually stop this. I want to quick save that because I don't want to have to redo that scum save again. Alright, Vudrani asked me to show you the spear fragment. Can you tell me anything about its owner? Storyteller touches the spear fragment. When he speaks, his voice sounds weak and depressed. We've been walking for 10 days. The caravan's owner is swearing and scratching himself. Seems the fat slob got some bad mosquito bites. I think he's regretting his decision to bypass the border guard through a smuggling route. Half the porters have upset stomachs, likely due to drinking water from the stream I found yesterday. I guess there must have been a reason it reeked. I walk in the front, trying to seem respectable and intimidating. Otherwise, they might realize I'm lost. Lost the item of the spear fragment. The trouble really started 3 days ago. I only saw the map once, but there was definitely supposed to be just one path here. We found dozens. Only an experienced guide would be able to find the right one. Of course, the caravan owners think I am such a guide. I told him I've been running this route for 10 years, that I know every bush by name. I really needed the money. They won't let me run up my tab anymore. There's a whistle, then hooting from the bushes. Bandits, 12 ragged. Filthy people with rotten teeth and sunken eyes. Not much worse than us now. Rise from the bushes, their hair and clothes a mess. I raise my spear and scream threateningly, which usually scares off the weaker ones, but not these bandits. They get close, I swing, I stumble. I'm falling, and I hear something crack. Did I break a bone? No, it was the spear. I fell across the shaft, practically sitting on it, and it snapped. The bandit attacks, his bludgeon spinning overhead. Terrified, I crawl under the cart. Members of the caravan are being slaughtered around me like cattle. It was an evil hour when they chose to trust me, Vu Balak, a sham guide, a drunkard, and a sad coward who inadvertently led them all straight into a bandit ambush. This is her family. The storyteller hands back that spear fragment, his forehead covered in sweat. What an unpleasant memory. I do not believe the owner of this piece was a meritorious individual. Well, no shit, Sherlock. 180 XP, though. I'll take that. The storyteller doesn't answer his unseeing eyes, staring blankly, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, quest update. Yep. Tell Shania her family sucks. Again, you can lie to her. I think I keep telling her the truth, and she doesn't seem to care. So, no, she embellishes every story anyway. So we will still save it before we turn it in case it makes her go away. But since we've done that, all we have to do is tell her. So I don't think we're on a time crunch right now. So first, we'll decide who do we want. Do we want military 3? Or do we want loyalty 3? Now, who does loyalty upgrade? Culture? Yes. When the loyalty... Oh, reaches rank 4. Okay, okay. But he is high... so much higher than the other one that he might be good enough to go to rank 4 today. So maybe Tristan's our go-to. What do you think? Tristan? I think so. Let's do a first. Let's do a quick save, a hard save, since we are mussing some stuff up here. Training wise, was Reg capable of helping anybody? No, no. Okay. Nothing in the events. These guys are busy, and again, we're gonna scum save it because of this. So before we do this part, we do a quick save.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
All right. Come on, team. End of the month. Success. Success. A caravan of settlers has entered the region. These are people dreaming of a better life, seeking a new home. Perhaps they will find happiness in the Stone Lands. The settlers listened to the region and agreed that these lands would make a fine shelter. They are ready to invest in the future of the region. +5 to community, +1 to loyalty. Community's running ragged here. We need to start leveling her up. Loyalty. Yeah. Cool. Triumph. God, I love you, man. Trade taxes. Some half-elf trading fabric in the capital discovered a loophole in the law, which made it possible to avoid paying most taxes. Just, man. The news spread quickly through the Merchants Guild. Measures should be taken immediately or the treasury will take a loss. Triumph. The treasurer not only left the loophole open, but deliberately lowered other taxes, which made sales volumes across the barony soar. Jubilosh, you fiend, you. I love you, bro. This fully covered the losses to the treasury economy plus tree. Boom. Highest number here, not the highest rank. The highest number is Jubilee. My phone agrees. Events. We have Ancient Tradition, an opportunity, and another one, Jubilost. Okay, now notice that Juby's the only one that can do this, and it had a red swatch. That just means he's not the best choice for this. But you know what? Too bad. We ain't got anyone else we can put on it. We have time, because we're on the 11th month, and it's 12-month calendar. So we have time, I suppose. Maybe I should hold off on putting anyone there on the off chance that we rank someone else up. And that's the advisor that could take over for Jubilost for that specific thing. Man's best friend. Because usually, like you see with this other one, more than one advisor can do it. But we only have 5 advisors. So they're not going to tell you who else it could be if you don't have anyone, right? So if it's not part of the core 5, the only one that can do this is Juby. If we rank up... not Ridge. Nope. If we get another upgrade to loyalty where we get them to 4 and we make that culture show up, we have another advisor. Maybe the culture advisor will take that project off of Juby's hands, is my thinking here. But this one here, we have plenty of people. Ancient Tradition, and again, needs to be done by tomorrow. So we have to do this. Now the question is who to put. Valerie has a 45%, 50 with him. Tristan's got a 75. The clear and obvious winner here, in my opinion. It takes 14 days to do it, but remember, he's the one we're trying to rank up. So, I don't want to have him do it. I'm going to have Jod do it. Start the event. Region. We can claim this region. The Kamelands now can join us. That's awesome. It takes a lot of BP. That's another 14-day event. So now we have a choice. Do we put Val here, start it, and remember that burns up 14 days, or do we try to rank up someone else, like Reg, or Val, who needs to go from 1 to 2, or Juby, which needs to go from 2 to 3. Remember, we're losing out on money here. See the 2 BP? We're losing 1 because the economy is too low. It even says it in the card pop-up, okay? That was my point to you earlier. This one always has to be the highest to always get the best money. It doesn't have to always be the highest. It's just the best idea. But we're really pushing that loyalty now, and I'd really hope that he's going to show up with a, hey, buddy. Now, I don't know that he has enough in this, though. It might be that it needs to be 60 points to get to rank 4, for all I know. If that's the case, we need more loyalty. This one's at 60 already. So Juby going from 2 to 3, 3 to 4 is a possibility, but the downside of that is, again, he doesn't unlock anybody. Remember? That's our problem. So we really do need loyalty or community or military to go up from 3 to 4. That's our goal. So we're going to pass on Juby for this, obviously, is my point. Reg is busy. Valerie could do this one, but again, she's only at 1. It'll give us more BP, and she definitely needs the rank up. That's why she's swinging at, as you see with the events, she's swinging at like a 4. We're going to leave that one for the time being. Quick save that. Here's the Kamelands region project. We can claim that thing eventually. The question is are we going to do that now? I think we go back, since it's the end of the month. Let's go back to Shania Twain and drop off the quest. So that... Oh, hey there. Bakken. Good day. I came to tell you that I'm doing fine in my little shop. Our folk love their ruler, and if their beloved baron buys old Bakken's potions, he's certainly a worthy alchemist. Here's the gift for you. Potion of Shield of Faith. Thanks, buddy. Just a random drop-off. Notice his Potion of Shield of Faith. Charges 1. Caster level 12. Not level 1. 12. And if you'll recall, the amount of armor you get is +2 to default. And then for every 6 levels, it gets another 1. So at level 6, it goes to +3. At level 12, it's +4. At +5 at 18. So again, we're getting a +4 armor class bump for 12 minutes. Thank you, Bakken. And again, it is a potion. So again, if Juby happens to be over rank 12, we'll get that benefit here too. But if he doesn't, he's not. He's like level 8 right now. Don't give it to Jubilos to pour down your throat. It, I think, will go back to level 8. It defaults back to whatever his is, remember? I don't know that for a fact. I don't want to try it, and I don't want to waste it. So you can test it out yourself. But the point is if you see it's an 8-minute buff, then you know it's working off a Jubilos level 8. If not, if it should be 12 minutes. If you see 12 minutes, then you know it's working as intended. Awesome. But this is something that you can give your teammate, and therefore whenever I need to be 4 levels higher for armor class, poof, drink that. Yes, I'll lose this one because they don't stack, but I'll go up 3 points here and 3 points here. That's a big bump for me. Just saying. So that was pretty sweet of him. Quick save that. I say we have time to go back to, what's her face? Maybe. To Shania. Maybe. Alright, so here we go. Team's not tired. Thank God they did rest. It used to be that they didn't rest in between those long 14-day pauses, which was really weird to me. Like, you're kicking around for 14 days. You never thought of taking a nap? So, at least they did that now. So we got our team. Let's just go. And we're going to head straight there and straight back again. Because, again, we want to be back home on the 1st of the month. So, solid choice. We are going to here. Revel. Quick save. We may not make it back by the 1st, but we'll be close. The 2nd is good enough for me. I just don't want to be out of our zone in case something shows up. Usually the 1st of the month, though, the poop hits the fan and everybody wants their crap. So you kind of want to be in your kingdom at least so you can respond. Enter. Once I get another place up to a town, I can start putting in my teleportation circles, I think. No, actually we need magic. Oh, damn. We need to put our arcane up to higher. That's a ways away. Once we start doing that, though, the arcane's going to be amazing. Oh, wait, I had to go. I almost forgot I wanted to save this first. Tell her the truth. The storyteller has seen that your ancestor was a coward and a failure, not a hero. I am sorry. The Vudrani frowns within her face lightens and a smile crosses her lips. This is not news that I expected to hear. And still, is this news all that bad? For it means that I need not sail back to Vudra, but may instead continue my work here. This reminds me of a story. Yeah, it's a story. Keep listening. 3600 XP. Peace out. Thank you. Bye. That was awesome. We will take that. And green check mark. Boom. Total worth. That's 3 artisans that are on our side right now. Still haven't heard from Dragon. He's working on his armor, last I heard. Remember, we got all the pieces for him. But we're not done yet on that quest, just so we're clear.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Nope, it is not. And we got to fight to deal with some cheap XP. Dragon, for those of you that are curious on the quest, this is the dwarf that's making us all the kick-ass gear.
Let's move already.
I just don't even want to dilly-dink with this crap. Let's start summoning
I
some
stand
stuff.
ready.
Alright, let's find it.
Will do.
There we go. Oh, cobalt. What else? mutiny gold also. And a flame shaman. And an alchemist. Oh my god! And missiles everywhere. Fortunately, they're taking on the skeletons. Alright, Dora. What would you like to beat first? Flame shaman, he's getting ready to cast something.
This will hurt.
Get up in his face. Maybe we'll lucky he'll target you with your magic missile on. Alright, Liza. Puppers! Eat his face. Good job, Puppers. He's dead. He's down. Jublos, can you finish him off? I think you can. Yep. Got bombs, boy. I'm telling you, force bombs are the best bombs. The chances that stuff...
Out of my way!
The chances that stuff are resistant to your force bombs is pretty much nil. They'd have to just have really good armor and really good reflexes to just ignore some damage. So force bombs are sweet in my opinion. And I love the knockdown if it's a direct hit. The chance of that knockdown is money in the bank as far as I'm concerned. Oh no, things that are dying that I don't care if they die. Alchemist. Yes. Bogeyman robe, you scared. You just set your teammate on fire. You see that shit? Eliza.
Strike
Kill
as
this guy.
one.
Stabby, stabby. She did her little intimidation check as well. She's better at than I am, by the way. Juba lost, not travel. Let's just mix it up, because I just like throwing acid sometimes. Ow, in your face. Proto. What is this? Nice work. 2 points of damage to kill him. Oh, that's bloody. What's left? Oh, there's a guy on the ground in front of us, right? No, there's not. Who the hell's this other doofus? Oh, he's up here. Hey, bro. What's the story? Fireball. Oh, and she was still killing the one that was on the ground over there. We knocked him on the ground. That's why he stood back up and got
Do
bit.
not hold back.
Oh, hell, there's even more over here. Cool. Give the team something to do. That's what I always say. Damnation, man. They like their potions. Juby, I think they're trying to steal your job. Shoot this fool.
Clever ploy.
Nice job. Proto, these guys are done, right? Why don't you circumvent this mess, go up this way. Come down here on top of this fool. I wish they gave you farther range when you were higher up in this game, too. That'd be something that the devs could really look into. That would be pretty baller. But oh well. Dora, can you charge this fool? No. But here, yes. Taking it. Oh, Boogeyman. That Boogeyman's robe is coming in super handy. You wouldn't think that they would fail that many checks with a DC of 13. But early on, these guys are apparently stupid as all hell. Stabbed him right in the eye with that side, man. She's hitting a lot better now that I've noticed that she went to a +3 weapon. Juba lost. Shoot that fool. Boom, take 5 damage, you loser. Proto. Come on over this way, kid. Come on. Dora. That this guy. Liza.
Attack!
Pokey pokey.
Take that!
Oh, swing and a miss. Respectable. 21 armor. It's not impossible to hit, but he's only swinging at a plus 10. But now, oof. JB, come over here.
Will they ever learn?
Love the range of those crossbows, man. Over here, kid. Can you reach it?
Hear you cry!
Oh no, she's on cantrip mode. That was my mistake. Cruising along. What we got? Bet you he's just wetting his breeches right about now. Take 1 damage. And be bogeymaned. That is awesome. That is such an amazing robe to wear.
Rest.
Cool. Alright, team. You know what to do. We're looting bodies. Where's all that treasure? Actually, I wonder if you can actually loot it by walking out. Quick test. Drop something you don't care about. Like this thing. When you walk out the door, you'll have to pick it up.
Follow if you dare.
Aha, we can. Grab it all. Nice. Even. Okay. Where were we headed? We were heading back to base, right? Yeah, the first of the month already clicked. So we need to get there and do our 14-day jump. Now, this calendar...
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
I should point out to you, let me actually get to my notes. I've done this one before. Do I have it? This notebook or the other one? I wrote down the days of the month. The days of the month. How many days are in a month? Doing a quick save here so we don't have to worry about this mess. Enter. We're on the right day, so I'm still happy. I want to say that this is one of the months that's 31 days. It's not like our calendar. For those of you that are curious, there is not a 28-day month, I don't think. So no February. But everything's 30 or 31 if I'm not mistaken. Did I write that down? I feel like I did. Okay, Inquisitor notes. Give me a quick moment here, fellas. Nope, those are all the spells for all the different classes that I like to play. Yes, probably the other notebook. Boo on you, sir. That's too bad. Anyway, we'll find out ourselves. But the point is, I think this is the 31-day month. And that is to your benefit. Because, again, for time frames, for turning stuff in, and so on and so forth. It's a nice...
A rest.
14-day jump. Remember, we're still got to keep an eye on our curse. 44 days. So 2 14-day jumps. That's 28 days bouncing out of here. Again, can we jump somebody up to rank
rest, isn't it?
4? That's probably the go-to message here. Quick save it. Rank up. It would have to be loyalty. That's community, no. Economy, again, we don't care that he's going. Military might be able to pull it off. I don't think he would, though. I really do think you need to be 60 points in. So right now, the only person that could get it would be Jubilost. So, we could test it for theory's sake. But I think Juby's busy right now. No, he's not. Want to test it for theory's sake? Let's do it for crafting sake. We won't do this. We're clearly going to come back to this safe spot, just so we're clear. We're just testing it to see if he gives us a, hey, I can go again if you want to. Because that's a biggie. Okay. Success. Alright, stat-wise. Divine's looking good. It finally probably has a chance to go up a 1, which again, I would rather get him up to rank 2 before we put him on curses. We're never going to see him again for like another 45, 60 days, so it's unlikely that you get to level him up as much as you want. So training, strengthen, what? Bartholomew's skills as treasurer. Remember, this is our crazy-ass wizard. He's not a treasurer right now, so there's no need to do this. You could put him on it, advisor-wise. Here's Jubilas. I could literally take him off, put him on it. See that? But Jubilas is doing fine, so there's no reason to. And I would like the him for an advisor for a different position, one of the ones we haven't unlocked yet. So notice that we have the treasurer wants to talk to us. Man's best friend. Celebrity visit, blah, 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 blah. So, problem visitor waits in the castle, and High Priest seeks your advice. Treasurer requests your attention. So let's go to the throne room and see what these people have to say, to see if Jubilas is offering a chance to rank him up again. Here's our first guy. Willis Gunderson. A plump man in his 30s approaches you. His hair is untidy, road dust covers his warm clothes, and his boots have seen better days. The stranger speaks to you in an unusually high-pitched voice. Your Grace, I demand justice. That's my high-pitched voice. I'm not doing the voice. Crime in the barony is on the rise. The man shakes his clenched fist and drops his hands helplessly. In open daylight, I was tricked, robbed, and if that weren't enough, humiliated. A gang of local thugs tricked me into trusting them. They found out about my possessions and disappeared with my treasures. I sent them to the island. Oh, here you go. This is the quest I was telling you about. I sent them to the island on Kamelands some time ago, and they just vanished into thin air. These are the people we already found out about. I beg you, find these scoundrels and retrieve my treasure. I'll pay a handsome sum to be sure these villains are brought to justice. Who are you? Willis Gunderson, Your Grace. I'm a scientist, an explorer, and an adventurer, and a renowned expert in treasures and artifacts of virtually every era and culture. Jubilant eyes Willis up and down. So many titles for a single piece of mediocrity. Willis blushes and pretends that he just noticed the gnome. Sir Narthropple, you're here. What a nice surprise. Oh, really? In case you hadn't noticed, I've been here from the start, or perhaps after the open lecture in the Foray Logos in Absalom, you've lost not only the rest of your mind, but also your eyesight. Willis straightens his jacket indignantly and lifts his chin. I see your manners haven't improved since last we met. Well, happily, I no longer consider you the beacon of knowledge you once were. You can joke however you like. I'm above such discourse. Jubilas grins. The only thing that puts you above me is your size, Willis, and even that isn't so impressive for a human. Jubilas is such a dick. Willis' face turns red and his eyes start to twitch, pressing his lips tightly. He turns back to you. Tell me about those who tricked you. They were a trio I hired to retrieve my possessions from Kamelands Island. Turned out to be a bunch of tricksters. You must know the place in the center of the lake with the ancient temple ruins. So they took my money, jumped into the boat, and whoosh, gone with the wind. So many days have passed and not a single word from them, and they had the nerve to call themselves a paladin and a cleric. Scum is what they really are. Willis stamps the ground in anger. Can you tell me more about them? A ranger, a paladin of Virori, and a cleric of Nethys. You know, that two-faced god? Frankly speaking, that one gave me the creeps from the very beginning. Half of those servants of Nethys are real psychos. Today they agree to help you, and tomorrow they change their minds at the drop of a hat. And this one played his tricks on me too, Willis sighs. A paladin and a cleric who willingly took a job running errands for you? Sounds strange if you ask me. Willis mulls over your words for some time. You know, Your Grace, when I mentioned the old temple, they exchanged a glance like I was talking about some hidden treasure. I was such a fool. I should have realized from the start that they had their own agenda. Let's get back to my other questions. Now this is where we can tell him that... let's do this one. You don't seem like a local. Why would you keep these possessions of yours on the island in the middle of Kamelands Lake? Again, these are the questions you can ask him before you actually visit the lake. This is the one for us visiting the lake. So you don't seem like a local. Why would you keep these possessions of yours on the island in the middle of the lake? Willis bites his lip as if caught doing something wrong. Well, you see, these aren't exactly my possessions right now. It's just, I learned from the locals that the ruins of an ancient temple on the island, and everyone knows where there's a temple, there's always the hope of some treasure. Willis rubs his palms. Which deity was this temple dedicated to? Who cares? Willis interrupts himself and sighs. I don't know. I never asked. All I heard is that long ago the locals used to perform some rituals there dedicated to some ancient deity. Some rituals, some ancient deities. Now that's what I call getting into details. With deep knowledge like that, you could easily write a book. You could call this opus magnum of yours some encyclopedia. Correct me if I'm wrong, But you believe that some sacred relics from the temple of an unknown deity belonging to you by what right? By the right of finding. I dug up all the stories about the temple. I hired the crew. I pointed out where to start the search. Besides, no harm done. No one ever really goes there anyway, and there aren't many volunteers willing to visit a cursed island. Noticing the change in your face, Willis restrains himself. Oops, I'm just talking gibberish. Heard some gossip somewhere, and here I am spilling it all on you. The man utters a phony giggle, then gulps. It's nothing, Your Grace, just a big fat load of nothing. Some empty talk about someone sacrificing someone else there, and as for the ghostly lights, I'm sure there's a rational explanation for that. Same with the flash of light over the ruins. Someone offered sacrifices there, and I suppose we're not talking about animal sacrifices. Willis shrugs reluctantly. The locals say something about that being why the place is cursed. What ghostly lights are you talking about? The lights were strange, you know. Willis frowns as if recalling something. They were brighter than fireflies in different colors. You can see them even from the shore. During the day, they're barely visible, but at night, some people say they're the restless souls of those who met their deaths on the island. Succeeded at a knowledge arcana check. It seems like Willis is talking about will-o-wisp, malevolent creatures made of light that feed on fears and other negative emotions. You mentioned a flash of light over the ruins. Did you see it with your own eyes, or just hear about it from someone else? I saw it with my own eyes, and just recently, almost blinded me, like half the island suddenly burst into flames. When the locals saw it, they fell to their knees and started to pray. They said that the old god had returned. Willis scoffs. Dimwits. What else would you expect from them? This says the king of dimwits. I guess that's all I need to know about the island. Whatever you say, my baron. I visited the cursed island. It swarms with monsters. The ranger and the paladin are dead, and the cleric of Nethys left in voluntary exile. The ruins are completely empty. No treasures. For several months, Willis is silent, trying to wrap his head around what you said. He finally shudders and hugs himself as though he's suddenly cold. That means, he gulps, that means the curse really exists? His eyes meet yours. Right? Yeah. You just sent people to their death, jackhole. So notice we have a bluff check. We're not going to make it, but I'm going to try it because we're scumming it anyway. Bluff check. You know, it just occurred to me, you sent those poor sods to the island, right? So it was you who doomed them and sent them to certain death. And then you sent me there as well. So now I'll have to spend my own resources paying for a purification ritual, and you're just going to leave like nothing happened? Yeah, you're not going to get it. It was fun to try, though. Willis looks shocked at first, but he soon regains his composure. I suppose, Your Grace, that the cause of all the troubles must have been something else. Maybe weather conditions were unfavorable, or actually, I think you have nothing to worry about. He casts an unkind glance toward you and digs out a pouch of money. Here's your reward, as I promised, 1,500 bucks. Willis looks around, slapping his pocket. Seems I've had no luck with this island. No profits at all. I guess I should move further to the east. People say the tours of Lebanese have plenty of places where an inquisitive mind might find something of value. And right now, if you don't mind, I could use a drink. Peace out, loser. Thanks for the cash. Excuse me. Jod says, I bear bad news, Your Grace. A number of foul idols have been seen around your new capital. They don't belong to any god known to me, and strange loners seem drawn to them, which only gives me greater concern. I suggest we tear them down and be done with it. Who knows what evil still lingers in the Stonelands from the old times. In any case, they certainly don't belong here. Okay, so we have leave the idols where they stand. Someone worships them, and we've no right to interfere. Grind these strange idols to dust. I have no wish to see strange shrines in the area. +3 to divine. Obviously, that's a nice one. This one would probably promote Jod, but this is the one that I would probably pick, because quite frankly, this is a multi-deity realm, right? And we have multiple gods. I mean, he worships Aristil. Sarenrae is the god for or Tristan, excuse me, and I think Lindsay too, if I'm not mistaken. We have another god, Urgathoa, whatever, for the undead lady. So again, the point is there's a whole lot of deities out there. I mean, you're probably inviting a curse to be brought down on you by taking down one of their shrines. So I'd say leave the idols, personally speaking. Community loyalty. Jod sniffs. You're making a mistake. What if something hideous crawls out from under them? Some demon or worse. You're simply too kind, Your Grace. Too kind and not firm enough. But we still get to support the High Priest's endeavor. So this is his upgrade from level 1 to level 2. Definitely something you want. Not something we're going to do right now. Juby? I brought a petitioner with me, Lamer Tinch, a famous expert in everything regarding alcohol and the beverages which feature it. Our impatient guest wanted very much to speak with you in person. and tell you all about his ahem project. Okay. Oh, it's another little person. Lamar takes the halfling before you look young, but his sharp eyes framed by slight wrinkles gives away the petitioner's considerable age. Lamar nods politely, sweeping the floor with his beret and showing off an emerging bald spot. My respects, Baron. I beg your forgiveness for how boldly I sought our meeting, but I could hardly trust anyone with the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to me in a waking dream as I walked your lands. You see, I was traveling through on my way to Brevoy when, to my surprise, I discovered a most curious detail. It turns out that many spicy and bitter herbs, which I and my colleagues use in our work, grow wild in these lands. Wineberry, goatweed, gentian. Lamar bends his fingers, enumerating the plants, then waves his hands. Ah, these things probably tell you nothing, but to me, oh, for me, this rich list is like a splendid palette, the foundation upon which a true masterpiece might be built. Your Grace, I once imagined settling in Brevoy, but your lands have truly inspired me, and now my greatest dream is to open a shop in this very capital. With a bouquet you can easily gather nearby, I can easily create a new beverage, true ambrosia, for any halfling. Only one thing is holding me back, lack of financial resources. I hope that now, upon hearing my request, you and your respected treasurer will not refuse a humble artisan a little assistance. Of course, in exchange for a future percentage, Lamar bows deeply once again. I shall eagerly await your decision. Boom! Booze! We're into the hooch business, boys. Do you want to hear my opinion? This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for other races. It's nothing like your dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunkards? Well, it's your barony and your business, but remember, if you give this trader the money he asked for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate just like him. So we can either give him $100, we get a +2 to economy, +2 to your relations, and we get to make a halfling's brewery for free, which I don't know what it does, but obviously it's a halfling brewery, which means it's a building. Or we said, I don't care for the risk, tell him anymore. That the answer is no. He's the treasurer, so he wants us to say no. Since we're not keeping this save, I'm going to actually pick this one just to see what happens. But this would be the one I am going to do, just so we're clear. Jubilas silently nods in response. So he's happy. That don't mean anything. We got nothing for that? Screw you, Jubilas. No, I'm definitely making the brewery then. Success. 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 He gave us some economy, I guess. Whatever. And we have rank ups. So you see we have him and Jubilas can get to 4. But again, it doesn't do us any good to have him to 4. I mean, it does get us some good, but it doesn't give us a free guy, is my point. So we really probably want to push the military one. Alright. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try Reg. And if that doesn't get us where we want to be, might as well have him do it. We're going to burn 14 days, right? If that doesn't get us where we want to be, if we get like some bad juju, clearly going to get the region as our next upgrade. But then we'll decide whether or not we want to go back and do Jubilost. You know, I'd like to get her to 2, just to get steady progress, but I don't think so. We have a limited time frame for the curse, 14, 28, 38, 42. If we did 3 of these, 14, 14, and 14, that would be 42 days burnt, which means that this curse is going to have run rampant for probably like 2 weeks, which would screw us completely. So we really only have 2 things that we can get right now in this time frame before we have to deal with the curse. So I'm betting on Reg, and if we can't get Reg again to get him to from 2 to 3 and 3 to 4, then we'll do the region to take over the Kamelands, because why not have another area we can explore and pimp out? Right? This is an area that's touching us already. We want to have it. So I'm cool with that. So let's do that. Let's try Reg.
Rest, isn't it?
Hope for the best. It'll probably still be the same arcs. The people that want to talk to us at for the events in our throne room. Just so we're clear. I don't think it's random. It might be. That'd be interesting if it was. Anyway, military 3. Success, we got plus for divine. An invitation of celebrated folk festival was delivered to the castle. The high priest honored the folk festival with his presence. Before the feast began, he invited all the guests to pray to their gods, plus 5 to our divine. Very nice, definitely needed. Okay, now we have training. Again, this one's different. Castle strength as general. He's not our general. Reg is. So again, not needed. Let's see, we have military 3. Again, we're only getting 2 BP again because the economy's not up. Okay. We have... What? The hell's going on here? Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. I forgot to accept Jubilos as that event. Man's best friend. Like, what the hell? Start event. There we go. My bad. My bad. Now a quick save. Yeah.
A rest would be welcome.
Might as well have him do it. If he can pass the check, who cares? We're going to scum save it, right? So, as long as it's all good things, I don't mind. I don't know what the red swatch is as far as how bad that is for us, though. Failure. So, we got to redo this one. Triumph. Oh, that's too bad. Purchase the litter and hire the best dog trainer in the city. The beastly dogs are unmatched in the hunt. We lost some BP. 10. I could care less. Really nice economy bump, stability, and culture. Let's hope we can get that again. Alright. If not, we'll see what a success is, obviously. This is the part of the game that most people probably hate the most. And again, you can shut this off. You can literally make it where you always pass kingdom checks. That's basically like an easy mode for it, so to speak. Military 3. Failure again. Failure that time. That's not good. We can't have that, buddy. Come on now. Let me sip that coffee. Maybe that'll make our luck go better. Always keep an eye on whether you're stable or serene. That's the 2 that you want. Anything that's not stable or serene is bad news. Failure. Success. Nope. Gotta go again. We know he can pass it. I don't know why we're having such bad luck here. But it's what it is. Success. Failure. Come on, man. Another triumph. What is he looking at to pass that check? Downside with him is he can't increase it. It's a 50-50 shot, so we're really just rolling badly here. Alright. Another try. Here we go. There's success. And success. And again, economy, culture. I don't think it was much better than this. We got 10 BP instead of losing it. Oh, because I guess he didn't purchase too many. Economy and culture. Right now, management from some disreputable vendors are offering a litter of puppies found in a troll cave. The whelps may grow into fine hounds unless they tear their masters to pieces. The treasurer purchased the litter and hired the best dog trainer in the city. Yeah, he didn't purchase everything like he did the last time with a triumphant success. But I'm cool with successes. Successes are solid. Okay, training. General upgrade. Events. We have Valerie could do this one. Or Tristan. Reg or Jod. Jod only. Jubilost. And visitor waiting cast. Traveler insists on seeing the Baron. High Priest. And you notice we didn't get Jubilost bringing the little drunken bastard to us this time. Because we didn't up-rank Jubilost. So these 2 are specifically, we're going to always happen, is my guess. Notice, we got all the advisors in position. The only flexibility is Valerie versus Tristan. I'm going to put Tristan in here because I think I need Valerie to claim the Kamelands. I don't see any rank ups here that will benefit us. The region is still helpful. That's Valerie for community, right? Or Jubilost for economy, bringing it up to 3. A solid choice. I mean, it'll get us more money, BP per week. We're doing good on BP right now. probably to the point where I probably need to make some buildings, by the way, before we do this next rank up process. But if we keep it the way it is right now, I'll have 14 days will zip by, and I'll have 7 days will zip by, 14 days will zip by, that one will be completed, 14 days will zip by, that one will be completed, 10 days will zip by, that one will be completed. So we'll complete everything all the advisors have to do. Her and the others. So let's actually quick save that. I'm happy with this. Visitor in the throne room. I'm going to fast forward through this. If it's the same thing, it's going to be that Willis Gunderson guy I'm getting. Yep, looks like him. Yep. So we're not going to skip ahead. We'll literally go through the thing because it could be something that unlocks something like a knowledge check. Those tricked you. Tell me more about them. Okay. Other questions. Okay. Which deity? Currently. Yeah, we missed a check in there somewhere. There was a... Oh no, there it is. Knowledge Arcana. Flashlights. That's all I need to know about that. Visited you guys. I have no idea what the chaotic is because we're not a chaotic character. We could try the bluff again. I mean, it's a 17, 18, 19, or 20, so we only have a 20% chance of getting it. But if you do get it, it's super hilarious. I'm not going to do it because I know we'll fail it for one. But I'll do the neutral good. Of course it exists. This island has seen too much sorrow and suffering now. Any living creature who sets foot there is doomed. The locals should stay away from the place to avoid the dormant evil within the tower. So he still gives us the cash. So he said he'd pay for us anyway. And we're done with that quest. And he leaves for Tor Levenins or whatever the hell that is. And this one is Jihad. Yeah. And again, grind the idols of dust or keep them. We are keeping them. Because again, my logic would be they're not doing anything wrong. I mean, I'm not hearing that you're sacrificing goats and people in the street or anything like that. So basically, we're just going to leave it. And we still get to support the High Priest endeavors. That's the one that lets us take him from rank 1 to 2. So we have another rank up if we want it, but it's not a good option. Quick save that mess. Okay. Success. Success there. And what's our stats looking like? Again, I could rank up Divine. That's what this one is right here. That's Jod. But he's busy right now. I can rank up Jubilas, but he's busy right now. I could rank up Valerie from 1 to 2. Just not the worst idea ever. Or we could claim another region. Both take 14 days. So it's kind of... I mean, this one takes BP, I should say that. But we have more than enough. And we're burning 14 days, so we're going to get 70 BP back of this. So as bad as that sounds, we'll still be ahead. If we do this, either of these, though, we definitely want to go to our regions and build buildings. If there's anything that needs to be built, we can build it. We can build it now. We don't have much BP. I could buy more. We're actually doing okay on loot right now, so if I wanted to buy 100, matter of fact, I think I will, just to have it, we can do so. There's nothing in here, though, that smacks of, oh, you must get it. You know, we have cool stuff, and we're trying to get stuff up, like culture, espionage, and all this other jazz. Remember, we do want loyalty up to 60, I'm thinking. So let's try that. Is there anything in here that's the heart? Oh, park right there. Boom. We could get the park done, and that would actually... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, damn, now I want to go back to an earlier save. If we do the park on the earlier save, it'll take a week or whatever to build it, right? We'll burn 2 weeks anyway. Boom, it'll be built. Loyalty will be up enough. Maybe we'll get the, hey, you want to make a loyalty upgrade from 3 to 4? We won't take another region, but we would get that up to 4, freeing up a spot possibly for another advisor. Damn. Nope, we're going to continue with our current plan. It's a bad idea to continue with the current plan, but I don't care. I think we're okay. We have our mage tower, as you can see, so we don't need to make another one. Let's go to the other town. The other towns, they have more slots available for one thing. And we wanted to see if they needed any kind of upgrades as well, right? So might as well benefit the other areas. Okay, we have a longhouse, armor shop, the exotic curiosity shop, tavern, bulletin board. Okay. We wanted to make... Oh, we wanted to see economy 1, economy 1. Okay, so the tavern does no good here. Okay. It's not benefiting this. See how it says +1 economy when adjacent to a tavern or a longhouse. It was already adjacent to a longhouse. Same with this one. Adjacent to a longhouse, good enough. It doesn't get a +2, so just a +1. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell tavern and then immediately rebuild it. Notice this. The green swatch lets you know that you're doing a good idea. You need to rebuild it immediately and you refund your money back. So you lose half the money by selling it, the BP for selling it, and then it costs you half to rebuild it. Now, yes, we have to rebuild it, so it's going to be on a X number of days to make it, but whatever. At least we can put something here now. Matter of fact, I could put the bulletin board here because it's a dead zone. That's actually a better idea. Let's sell this and put it right back here. Yes, it'll take time, but again, in the 2 weeks that we burning up the clock, these will be built, or pretty close to it. Now, can we make anything next to either of those? We wanted to have more loyalty. Herbalist house. That's just one, though. One for a monument. Orphanage is one. Nothing. So we'd have to make multiples. And we have 3 buildings that we could make. An orphanage, a monument, and a... Where did it go? Herbalist house. I think all those are bad ideas, though. Except for the herbalist house. I like this one because it gives us a bonus when we're next to a shrine. Smithy, shrine, divine, monument, longhouse. Oh my. So shrine could go here and get a bonus to loyalty next to the longhouse. And we wanted loyalty. So that's not bad. I'll happily do that. And what was the other one? Was it a shop? No, it was the herbalist. Next to the shrine. Yes. Next to the shrine, the herbalist will get +1 arcane, and it gives us loyalty. So we make that one here. So now we should be up to +2. So we're at 59. One more will put us up and over. So one more would be the... Where did it go? The monument. And again, it's next to the shrine. The monument gives us +1 divine. So monument's at least useful here. That being built should be enough to put us at the 60 at least for loyalty. Unless we have an issue where something falls, we should be solid for upgrading after this curse is done, obviously. Because again, just as a reminder, curse 2, 30 days. So we can burn 14 days, and I don't feel bad about it. Again, the question is are we doing the Kamelands or are we doing the rank up for Valerie? Rank up for Valerie means more money. And again, makes her +4 go up, I believe. So her +4 becomes like +5, I'm guessing. You'll notice that these other guys that are +3, or at rank 3, are much higher for their number here. So that's probably how that works. This is why we probably failed, by the way, in my last playthrough. Because I didn't rank them up fast enough. These guys had low numbers. And were trying to make scum saves like crazy. And I was like, only on a nat 20 was I going to make that save. Or that DC check. So this could be a good idea. I still maintain, though, that we probably want the territory. More territories are always better. It's easy to put down like a pier. And boom, you suddenly have more economy. Which, again, is always going to be something useful for us. And we can start working on other buildings. And again, once we're in those territories, we can explore those territories. And if something happens back in our village, we can at least phone it back in. We can't do this shit where you have to physically be in your throne room. We can't meet people that show up to the throne room either. But if something happens where we need to put just Valerie on a job, like a problem or an event shows up, we can do that. So, scum save. Here it is. Cross your butts. Let's do this. Artisans of the Kamelands. We have acquired the Kamelands. Same as artisans, more artisans. Yeah, that too. That's another reason for wanting this. Success. Okay. Scum save. We have to do it. Let's find out. Kamelands is ours. How did you other guys fare? Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it. 4 territories. Man, that's pretty good. That's Varnhold. Events. Our final chance to prepare. Ancient curses upon us. Okay, that's fine. Success. One of the most famous Mivani bards is passing through the region of the barony. Such a chance should not be missed. The counselor managed to engage the bard for a concert at one of the local inns. Loyalty +6. Boom. That's awesome. And Triumph. Go freaking Reg. Event of the month. The locals are bored and don't know what to do with themselves. This is the perfect moment to hold a celebratory event, but what exactly? The military parade made the locals proud and how strong the barony has become over the past few months. A flood of volunteers have joined the army. Community 1, loyalty 1, 4 to military, +1 stability. Yes, you the man. And failure. God. Alright, we're going to have to redo this. Alright. And just as a quick one over. Counselor. Let's actually just check this real quick to see what they want to say. We're scum saving it, by the way. We're going back. Cannot have Jod failing that thing, whatever it was. Come on, bro. Talk to me. Who are you? What do you want? There's something important I want to discuss. It's not easy to admit, but recently the barony has grown so much that I feel it slipping my grasp. Please ease my burden by finding someone for the position of curator. Okay, so you really don't need him to be level 4. Blah, blah, blah. We'll read this later. We have a printing house in the capital. Oh, okay. Sure, whatever. Don't care. We're not doing it necessarily. I'll read it later. I just want to get to the part where we check on the curator. Oh, what the hell? Is this Shania? Bakken. Yeah, Bakken? Oh, I guess it is. Acerbic ring. We might as well do something specific. Oils and ointments. Again, I don't care. We'll do this right the next time. I just wanted to get to the part where we actually look at this curator. It's because, again, if I'm not mistaken, we do not have counselor, loyalty +1. Okay, first, look at your stats. See how nothing's at rank 4? He's telling us we can get a curator. That's for culture. Okay, see that? It says in the tooltip here, when the loyalty rank reaches 4. That's not what's happened. It's not 4. So either the number here is important or 3 is important and they forgot to change the tooltip. So we can add an advisor, curator, the storyteller. Or you could do Jathel, but she's at a 2, he's at a 5, and she's at a 4. Lindsay could work as well. But again, up to you. Point is, we're scum saving it. But this actually is some good news for us. That means we really did exactly what I was hoping to do. We've unlocked another advisor slot. This allows us to be a lot more flexible. Okay, so here we are. Where's our region? This is a quick check. Everyone's on task. Jod needs to pass it. It's up to you, Jod. Okay. We are stable. Make sure to keep an eye on stable. Once it gets to serene, I'm real happy. Success. Yep. Let's looking through that part. Final chapter. Get ready for the curse. Triumph. Oh my. Over a glass of wine, the counselor told the bard all about the complicated history of the barony, aroused his interest in the history of the region. In the week that passed, the poet composed a ballad about the stolen lands, and he's performing it in the central square of the capital. +1 to community, +6 to loyalty, +1 to relations. You are the man, Christian. Triumph again. I read that one, but we're happy about it. And success from Jod. Come on, we just got one more. Divine +4. Amazing news. One of the region's peasants claimed that benevolent fae have blessed their crops and helped treat their animals and live with them as neighbors. What? One of the region's peasants claims that the benevolent fae have blessed their crops and helped treat their animals. And, oh, the fae live with them as neighbors. I thought the animals were living with them as neighbors. I'm like, they gave them houses? What? Whatever. This is certainly worth investigating. After attending a meeting between the locals and the fae, the high priest blessed their community. Divine +4. Booty boom, boom, boom. You go, Jod. You the man. And a triumph from Jubilost. You fucking awesome. Your faithful people have raised large sum of money to build a sanctuary. Now they only have to handle the funds wisely and see that the work is done. The advisor was competent enough to organize the construction. Not a single coin was pilfered or wasted. Economy plus tree. Yeah. Alright, with that, we are definitely hard saving that shit. Boom. Quick saving it. Bada boom boom. Counselor would like to talk to us, and now let's do this, and we'll cut the video right after this part, guys. So, matter of fact, let's cut the video now. I've saved it. We can come back right to this spot. With that, my name is Brother Mutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.